Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week of October 16th to the 22nd, 2023. First card out for you is No Place Like Home. We are seeing either a bit of homesickness here, longing for someone you're very close to, or even visiting your home, your hometown, or having someone from there visit you. So that's really beautiful. Another thing I'm seeing here is a lot of focus on the home, the hearth, and the foundation. Some of you may be doing some home renovations, some updates, or even some just like shopping. Honestly, I'm seeing like thrift stores, flea markets, shopping to beautify your home and really focus on that this week and make it a beautiful space. Some of you may be making your home more beautiful because you may be hosting guests in the future. For example, guests from your hometown or your family or friends, etc. And so you're wanting to make your home nice and homey in order to have those guests stay over. So, or even just like invite the spirit, the energy of whatever you want into your home. You know, having a nice space set up isn't just for having human guests. It could also be for having spiritual guests, such as the spirit of money, the spirit of success, of happiness, social life, etc. So this week I really wanted to get some messages from your spirit guides and past loved ones, so we will be doing that. They are coming together to say trust, with the heart chakra energy pouring in. While your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be the one you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. So your intuition is telling you to make a decision or take a direction that may not necessarily be the logical path for you. And this is like really bold. I don't know why I'm getting the energy of bold, like a bold thought entering your mind and you're like, wow, I never thought I would be considering this, or I never realized like this new path of mine would be opening up. So it's something like that. Like maybe you've been married for like 40 years, for example, and all of a sudden you're thinking like, do I even like this marriage? Like, should I divorce? Should I live on my own? You know, it's something like that. Something you never actually considered doing before, just popping into your head all of a sudden. And it's like, really? It's almost like you're not believing this idea, this thought of yours. Okay, it's coming from you. And you're questioning it, and, you know, because it may not be the safest path ahead for you. You know, if you were to stay in that unhappy marriage, if you were to stay in the reality that you're at, that would be safe because it's what you know, it's what you expect. But you may be missing out on a lot of beautiful energies and opportunities for you. You know, what if you were to become single and totally rediscover yourself and find a whole new love of your life who loves going out and traveling with you, and you never had the opportunity to go traveling before in your life? You know what I mean? It's something like that where it's like you're contemplating something that you never would have thought of contemplating before. It's like, I can't even believe I'm thinking this. I can't even believe I'm debating if I should do this or not. Like, this is crazy. This is totally different from everything that I've been experiencing up until this point. But there is a part of this new path that is just calling to your soul, and you feel it. And this week is all about integrating that and thinking like, you know what if this is it? Or for others of you, it could even be the opposite. Like, you've been single for such a long time, living a very nomadic lifestyle, very independent, and, you know, you may have met someone and there's this new path opening up, this calling to your soul, like, oh my gosh, what if I marry them? What if I have a kid? Like, that would be really cool. What if I moved in with them? What if we had grandkids? And and it's like, you never thought about these things before until this random thought came up in your head. But again, it's like this new idea, whatever it is exciting to you. And there's just something about it. And I'm getting the goosebumps saying this. Oh my gosh. There's something about it that just really speaks to you. And I think you have to do this new path, whatever it is. Ooh. So also from your spirit guides and ancestors, we have a postcard here. You can screenshot it if you want. I'm going to read it to you though. Dearest you, there are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes a loss is welcome, like when you leave a situation that is not in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in destructive ways. We don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break open wide. Feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lessons learned, and know that as you let go of what has passed, ever more of you remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before. Love heals all. We are loving you, sending you love always and forever. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So your spirit guides are acknowledging, yes, this new path will involve loss, some sort of ending, some sort of new beginning here. Some of you may have already experienced this ending and now this new path is emerging in front of you. And for others of you, you're feeling guided to kind of bring upon this loss and make a change that will, involve leaving someone or something behind. But what lies in the future intuitively, you feel like is much better than the situation you currently find yourself at. So, woo, crazy stuff. Okay, we're gonna get some tarot to just dive into this week ahead. But I think that gave a really clear picture of the energy you're dealing with at this time. And you know what? All of this is coming up from the new moon in Libra eclipse that's happening on the 14th, tomorrow at the time that I'm filming this. Or it would have already passed if you're watching this the week of. And, this energy will be lasting for 6 months. So you're going to be moving forward on this new path for the next 6 months. This week is just the beginning. And there's a lot of beautiful blessings opening up on this path for you. But we're going to clarify all this with 6 cards from Tarot del Toro, 2 rows of 3. First card out is the Queen of Goblets in reverse, Queen of Cups in reversed. This is what she looks like upright. Wow. And you know what? This is confirmation. Some of you guys are contemplating leaving a relationship, to be honest. Someone you really love deeply. Someone who had your fullest loyalty and everything. And you know what? There's just something about it that does not speak to you for whatever reason. You may feel taken for granted, or maybe they just aren't on the same page about certain things that you really want in the future. There doesn't have to be anything toxic. There doesn't have to be anything bad. It's just your soul's calling to you well, what if? Second card out for you. Oh my God, 5 of Cups. Yep. And for others of you, it may not be that you're leaving. Some of you watching may have actually experienced a death. This is someone who was really close to you who recently passed away. Or you're still dealing with the grieving process of it, you know what I mean? And the 5 of Cups totally sheds light on that. There is grieving this week. I'm not going to sugarcoat this reading for you. There is some sort of either grieving of something that has lost, or kind of accepting internally that it's time to move on from a situation that once offered you quite a lot of fulfillment, happiness, love, and fun times, but it just doesn't feel quite right. There's an element to it that's just a little bit not good for your situation. So there's grief this week regardless. But I want to clarify that what is coming in the future is so beautiful and much more aligned with you at this time and who you are. And I feel like this ending is coming at a very natural time, and it everything, the timing of this is divine, divine timing. It's happening at the perfect time in your life, and some of you may even feel that, acknowledge that, and see that. So I don't know what to tell you. Third card out. Wow. Death in reversed. Crazy. So this is clarifying the majority of you watching. And also the song Death of a Bachelor, letting the water fall, just came into my head by Panic at the Disco. Death of the Bachelor. And that's a song about, mourning the loss of bachelorhood because he's falling in love with someone, And I don't know. So for a lot of you guys, like I said, there's a major ending, a major shift that you're feeling guided to make in life in order to allow more love and more light and something much more aligned with you to enter. And this week, for the majority of you, I don't think you actually have brought this thing to a complete end just yet, but you're really preparing for this transition. Does that make sense? Or if it has already ended, you're still mourning it, you're still involving yourself in that energy. So it really hasn't come to an end yet. All right, second row out, fourth card, we have Temperance reverse. There's a lot of emotions this week, understandably, guys. This is coming out right underneath the Queen of Cups reverse. So, you may find it hard to control your emotions. And you know what? Why should you? Let it all hang out. Cry if you feel guided to cry. Journal, walk. I don't know, process them emotions, feel them, gosh darn it. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's an emotional week for you, okay? Fifth card out, Eight of Pentacles. This card keeps coming out in the same exact spot for so many signs. And you know what? It's just working, all right? Working, saving, and preparing for this change that you feel is upon you, literally saving your money up for this new fresh start, this new chapter, this new beginning that you're going to enjoy, all right? Sixth card out, Queen of Blades in reverse. This is your final card, and you have two queens in this reading, both in reverse, which clarifies for me that a lot of you truly are letting go of a relationship. Okay, it may not have been released just yet, but you're just completely different, the swords and the cups. One is very emotional, family-oriented, creative, psychic, intuitive, spiritual, and then the Queen of Swords is very logical, scientific, direct, and maybe not as ushy-mushy romantic, you know what I mean? They're two completely different queens with completely different agendas. No, one's not worse than the other. It's just that they're different, and that's okay. And I see you acknowledging that difference, and there's a new chapter in your life of independence and sort of finding yourself again and connecting with your support system in all the ways that you need, and making a transition out of this period of grieving, of loss, of uncertainty, and being a lot more in control of your destiny. And this week feels like a very transitional week. There will be a lot of emotional processing. Your path ahead will get clear for you this week, so expect some sort of like divine answers from the universe. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to any insights you feel very strongly at this time. They're guiding you in the right direction. I feel like this week you're working hard, saving that money up, preparing for this new cycle, as well as like mourning the past and processing all of the emotional changes going on right now and preparing yourself to be in this new chapter. So I hope that made sense, guys. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.